Hello there, my good YouTube people. It's Bridget back again from It's Your Time channel. And I am actually outside again because I told you we were changing it up a little bit. We're going to do a lot of our, or I should say the beginning of our nurse-friendly episodes on the outside, out by the pool. Now, I was set up by the pool just a few minutes ago, had everything going because I thought that was a nice backdrop, very pretty to watch. But it's so hot here. I live in Sacramento, and it's so hot that as I was setting the camera up, had it there for like no more than 3 minutes, it shut it down because it's so hot. So I figured we sit under here under the cabana and relax a little bit. As you know, I'm an ICU nurse. I also work as a surveillance nurse, and a lot of calls I get from my second job are about what to do. Mosquito bites, spider bites, ticks, and you know, probably everywhere, but definitely here in California, there's a lot of homelessness, and so there's a lot of heat exhaustion that goes on. So I want to start out by telling us and reminding us, because I know we all know a lot of these things, but I just want to remind you as a healthcare professional, because when you let it go too far, we then see you, you know, in the ER, sometimes unfortunately in the intensive care unit, and just trying to be a part of the solution before we really need to be a huge solution, right? So one of the biggest things about the summertime that you can do for yourself is protection, sunscreen. And I know some people, some brown people, think that you don't need to be protected from the sun, and that is not a true story. This one is a 50%, and they say that anything over 50% is really not useful. When you get to 75, 80%, I don't know. I'm not sure. I just bought the 50% because there was a dual pack of 50% and I needed it to go on vacation. Also, limiting your exposure to the sun. I know I know someone personally who loves the sun, and the sun is good for you. It's healing. It's good for your psyche. It's good for you know, vitamin D absorption, but we don't need to be in it without periods of going inside or getting cool, getting under shade, or getting inside, going under the air condition or under a fan and cooling ourselves down with water, whether it be outside water or inside water. Which brings me to my next reminder is water. Got to get in your water. I think this is probably about a liter. In the summertime, in the winter, I think it's like a liter to a liter and a half is what, you know, average person should drink. So in the summer, it's probably even more, you know, 2 liters, 2.5 liters. You can really never have too much water unless you're somebody that has kidney or heart failure. And most people already know that, and their doctors will have given them a fluid restriction of like how many cc's to stay under per day. So the water, and I'm going to take an opportunity to have a little bit because it is hot out here right now. Big thing, everybody is out on the water, like on the lakes, things like that. I did not have, actually I have one, but I didn't bring it outside, but I have a visor that I use. You can use baseball hats, whatever, because water is a reflector. So if you're out on the water, whether it be in the pool, on the river, on the lake, and you're out there for a long time, the sun is hitting the water, bouncing off, hitting you. So you're getting, you know, direct sunlight from what's coming down, and you're also getting that rebound sunlight from the water. So as much as you can do with visors, baseball hats, the long shirts that cover up your arms and your legs, and that's just for sun protection. It's not anything that's heavy. They make it really thin, lightweight, UV protection clothing is what it's called, right? So past the sun, now there are some people that have gone a little too far, and then they find that they've got sunburn, right? You don't know it usually until you get in the shower and you feel the sting, right? So you're like, okay, what to do now? First aid for sunburn, I would tell you, a lot of people think aloe vera gel, but definitely use the gel that has no preservative. So the one that I have is 96%. I think there's even some out there that are 98%. You don't want the one that has the antiseptic in it. Anything that has any additives, because the additives can give you a contact dermatitis, which is going to inflame your skin even more and bring up boils and blisters. And trust me, I've seen it happen. I've got some personal experience with watching and having to be the person on the other side, having to help that person come back through that severe sun exposure. So it's good to have some aloe gel on hand. A lot of people have aloe vera trees out here in California. Make use of them. Cut off your blade. You know, they're usually very thick, and I actually have some right out there. I should have went and snipped one off there for you guys. And just squeeze the pure aloe right on your skin, and that usually takes about, you know, 48, 36 hours for you to start to see some relief from sunburn. And of course, you want to hydrate after you realize you've been sunburned. And keep any clothing, you know, leave the sunburn open to air so that it can breathe and heal. I think one of the biggest things that is happening is that people are getting bit by bugs. We're out here in all the green, and it's amazing because we need to be outside, and it's the best time of the year, right? But we share an environment with the pestilence, and the pestilence can be anywhere from the flies that are super annoying that don't do anything to you, but they're annoying at the cookout, whether you're trying to grill at home or whatever, they're messing with you. There's bees, there's mosquitoes, the brown recluse that are here in California, and those are something you really want to watch for. A lot of people come in with spider bites or call in with spider bites. Usually you will see for a spider bite, it'll be like one little puncture site, and then around it, it might have a ring around it, and there'll be some erythema, which is redness, some swelling, some itching. If it's something terrible, you know, that you can't stand it, there are some topicals that you can use. Now, this is a Benadryl cream, and that just is Benadryl in a paste. So if you have some itching, you can always put a little bit, very thin layer of that on top of whatever bite, whether it be a mosquito, a spider bite. But I will tell you first, clean things off. I do have some peroxide out here. If you can't go get in the shower, or you feel like you're going to do it after the shower and you're just realizing that you've been bit, just take a little peroxide, little cotton swabs, cotton rounds, wipe off your area, clean it, let it dry, and then apply your thin layer of your Benadryl cream to that. Another good alternative to, and that is a anesthetic cream. Anesthetic is numbing, okay? Antiseptic is cleaning. Antiseptic is what you use to, you know, clean the area, like I just used the peroxide, or what the surgeons use when you go in and they get chlorhexidine or betadine. Okay, those are antiseptics. Another good topical is the calmapceptine, and I actually got this in the mail. I don't know if you guys can see that. Yeah, I got that in the mail. Someone sent that. I can't remember where it was from. It was from a fundraiser of some sort. Somebody wanted a donation, and they sent this. And I got it like last year too, so it was like a freebie. But they sell it in a jar or a little bottle at Walmart or the dollar store too. And after you wash everything off, you can just put a little thin layer of that, and that will help the itch. So those two are for the itch. If you really got it bad, you're swelling, you've got swelling around your mouth, you're afraid, you're allergic, you're like, oh my God, I think I'm allergic to them. It's always good to keep a little Benadryl on hand. I roll with Benadryl. I make sure I have some in my purse just for anything. Being out, you know, eating seafood, I realized some years ago that I went through a spell where I was almost like I was allergic to shellfish. I think I was eating it too much. So just a little Benadryl, 25 milligrams. Just follow the manufacturer's instructions, and it will tell you 1 to 2 tablets every so often, every 8 hours as needed for the itch. Okay. If you also say there's a tick, we find people that are hiking and they're bike riding, and I found a tick on me. I'm not sure if it bit me or they found one and they got it out. You know, they took their little tweezers, they were able to pull the whole tick out. It's good to have a nice sharp pair of tweezers around if you are a hiker or biker, just for these reasons. You find that the tick is there, and if the tick has actually gone in this way, say it burrowed its head in this way, and you can see its body that way, you want to take your tweezers and grab its head and pull it out the way it came in. And you want to try to make sure you pull the head of the tick out. Okay, try to make sure that's gone. Again, use your antiseptic. You can use the peroxide. You can use soap and water. Cleanse the area, and then you can, if you find that it's irritated or aggravated and you need a little something, you can always use a triple antibiotic ointment. There are so many out there, bacitracin, polysporin. I wouldn't suggest the Neosporin just because, I mean, it's a good drug. It's a good choice. It's that a lot of people are allergic to some of the additives in the Neosporin. So just get anything on the shelf that says antibiotic ointment, bacitracin. It can be a generic brand. Keep that with you as well. Should have a little first aid kit. You can get those in the dollar store. They just have some antiseptic wipes in there. They have Band-Aids, they have gauze. And then this one I broke open. This one had a little packet of the antibiotic ointment in it. So that's what usually is there when you get that. But you have kids, older people, you're going to be out and about, cookouts, by the lake, by the river. Good to have this in your bag as well. Then I'm going to say one more thing about the drinking. Make sure when you're out there drinking, for every drink, get yourself a bottle of water. Okay, a drink, a bottle of water, because the sun, alcohol is a good time, but all of that together can turn out to be not such a good time. All right, so I hope that this helped you break into some of the nursing things that we're going to talk about on the channel now. As I always say, I hope that you were able to eat off my plate, grab a little something to have and take with you so that you can use it wherever you go or on someone else. It may not even be you, maybe somebody else. I hope that you enjoyed it. If you know someone who would benefit from it, please share it. And I want to remind you again, I always forget to like and subscribe. And I hope that you guys have an amazing day. We'll talk to you the next time. Bye-bye.